They can't hear us yet. Are we gonna have an echo again?
No, that's just something that thing to pick up the volume.
Okay.
Everything. This is muted.
Can they hear us?
Oh, our microphone's on.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it up.
Can they hear us?
Yeah, I heard Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's hiding in that little tablet.
All right. Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Cool.
Great. All right. Well, welcome to the TBUFC meeting on Friday, March 27th, 2026 from, well, it says 12 a.m. to 1 p.m., but it's really 12 p.m. to 1 p.m.
Oh, well.
It's okay.
Again, y'all need to read this stuff I sent you.
It's okay. We are at Amy's headquarters, Texas Tree Surgeons home base. Thank you for hosting, Amy.
Welcome.
And we're going to start this meeting. So,
I move that we approve today's agenda and the minutes from 2/26.
A sec.
Second. All right. Approved. Treasurer's report. Amy, you are on.
We are sitting at about $15,000. We're waiting for a check from Texas ISA that was mailed to bring that up after the bilingual event. And I'm continuing to keep us on track by not spending extra money until that comes in, and everything else is good.
So I think we're waiting on a check, like she said, about $7,000.
Yes.
$7,000, and then we'll be back up just slightly above 20,000 for our budget.
Jean said it went out yesterday. We have a small hiccup with our status, but I'm getting that cleared up with the accountant. And we're going to add Susan and Mark to the bank account in the coming weeks.
Yeah, so just to update everybody, we're going to be meeting with Chase. Right now we have one credit card with Amy's number on it. And so we're going to add Susan and myself to that so that we don't have to keep trading credit cards all the time. And then we can make purchases on the side. Okay.
And then me as a signer.
And then Michael Sills as a signer. Maybe after. Okay. Does anyone have any questions on the budget? I'll take your silence as a no. And we're going to move on to new business, electrical hazard training. So over at the bilingual training, we invited Encore to come and do a training with us. They seemed interested. Not only them, but a lot of the audience seemed very interested in what Encore had to offer as far as bringing around electrical hazard lines. And so we're going to be meeting with them to do a fall Encore training. It's going to be limited to about 35 to 40 people, but they usually bring out some kind of vehicle to do a training and showing out how dangerous power lines are to work around. Susan, is there anything you want to add to that?
Well, we were going to discuss with Miss Ann if she would like to hold that training at University Park, since it will be a lower number, and she had offered that site.
Is she not on?
She's not on.
Okay. So going forward, we're going to be meeting with Encore. If you want to be a part of that meeting, email Susan. And then but I'll be there with Susan to discuss with Encore how long the event is going to be. And we're looking at November right now, and it's going to be a paid event. And we will provide CEUs and do the registration through Texas ISA.
And possibly 2 days. Based on possibly 2 days.
Possibly 2 days. Yeah, we were thinking about maybe 2 different days in the year. If we get a full house, we get 35 or 40, then we'll look at doing the second event, maybe like in April or something like that. Okay. Are we gonna? I guess if we're doing that through Texas ISA, we'll have the ability to translate that into a different language.
Yeah, or they have the Spanish speaker who came to the bilingual event. Maybe they could do 1 day English, 1 day Spanish.
Yeah, we could do that. We could even do that back to back.
That'd be awesome.
Okay. My gut feeling is that we do one in English first, see how it goes, and then if it does well, then we do a back to back. But maybe you feel differently.
We'll see.
We'll see. So that would put us up to 4 events every year. That would mean
right
that we,
there, y'all, between the three of y'all, you almost fill the room.
Yeah.
No telling them on top of them how many people that they work with that need.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a lot. Yeah, people don't know how dangerous it is. Remember those old commercials? You never climb a tree around power lines. It was like a little bulb that with wings on it. No?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's all in Encore. So yeah, that puts us up to 4 trainings a year: bilingual, UFI, the tree. What do you call it? The ISA arborist training to become certified arborist, and now Encore. So we had a meeting before this, and our general discussions were that we feel like TBUFC would be best served as being focusing on education and not necessarily planting trees. There are other nonprofits that do that. And right now our focus is on
Everything else.
that people aren't doing, which is a lot of education. So
Education, inventory.
inventory,
We pruning, tree care.
Planting, etc.
all that stuff.
Yeah. We're just not totally focused on planting like what the others are.
Yep. All right, so moving on to old business. We just had our bilingual workshop. Susan, do you want to update on the success of that?
Around 75 people in Dallas, 14 in Houston, and
175, I think.
98
Yeah.
or so, I believe, in San Antonio. So everybody loved the training, and we've already are in works with San Antonio on the next dates, which we're looking at. What did we?
February 17th in Dallas, February 18th in Houston, and February 19th in San Antonio.
Yes. So we would do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Mike, instead as compared to Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So Axel Avila and Michael Castle are the speakers, and other speakers to be added into.
I will be speaking.
Well,
I got 15 minutes.
September 8th.
Sorry, I'm
April
speaking at a different one.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Sorry.
So that's basically what we have, the new dates and the speakers. So we're pretty much set for 27, sir. We were going to go ahead, I believe, and book the site at Texas AgriLife.
Yep, I will be booking the site at Texas A&M AgriLife. Mike and I will go to Taco Tuesday and take care of that. Sound good, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So that's it. So we're already ahead of the game on next year's workshop. Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
Certified Arborist Training. Preston, update.
Yeah, we just hosted our annual arborist school, which is a certified arborist prep course. And we've been working last year and this year we worked with ISA on that. It was just an internal Dallas thing, but and then it's a free training that we provide, which is kind of part of our job. And we have plenty of certified arborists on staff that can teach it. Last year we did 3 days, and this year we condensed it down to 2 days. It was a little too tight. So I think next year we'll do 2.5 days with an optional study session. And then there'll be an optional written test afterwards if they want to do that. But we had 30 people, and it was really well received. And I haven't heard back from anyone yet if they got a certified, but I'm hoping we had some people pass.
Awesome. So next year, probably around the same time?
Yeah, we do that in the spring.
There's your March of next year.
So,
Oh.
So if you know people that are interested in becoming a certified arborist, let them know that TBUFC and the city of Dallas are offering training and test. You have to pay for the test, but the training's free.
Yes.
How much does the test cost?
The written test is substantially cheaper than taking it at the testing center.
Oh,
That's one benefit of it. And some
Okay.
people some people are less stressed out doing a written test than sit doing it on a computer.
Yeah.
But I think it's at least $100 less.
Okay.
How much is that?
I don't know. It's like it's 200 something.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's a really cool thing that we do, and I'm excited that we're going to continue to do that and spread the knowledge of best management practices in urban forestry.
And we're going to look into. I'll work with our bilingual staff, our Spanish speaking staff, and see if we could potentially host a Spanish session as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I think our bilingual trainings have proven that there are a lot of people out there that want and need the training.
Because for the written test, we had one person taking it in Spanish.
Okay.
That's an option.
Cool. All right. Anything else on the certified arborist training? Does anyone have any questions?
You'll probably do it around the same time next year.
Yeah, probably the second week of March. That's a good time. And then in the
That's the 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Okay. Like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Tuesday,
Uh-huh.
Wednesday, Thursday.
I think we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday
Oh, okay.
for the course, and then Friday for the test.
Okay.
So that'd be.
And the target
10th,
audience
11th.
is city employees.
No, it's just anyone that wants to get certified. So we had we had a lot of city staff and other city staff, not just that city of Dallas, and then we had utility arborists and private arborists, and then just people that are interested, kind of aspiring arborists. So
Did you charge?
No.
For it?
no, we've always just done it free.
That's awesome.
And then in the fall, we have our Citizen Foresters free course as well. That's on a series of Saturdays at the Audubon Center. I haven't scheduled that yet.
Have we been providing food for that? Lunch?
No, I figured since it's free, I just let people go for an hour.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
And then unless we can get a sponsor, if we can get a sponsor, then we get sponsor lunch. But they're already getting a pretty good value. They're getting a pretty good value.
Unless we wanted to sponsor it, we could hand in the meal and then.
But I don't know. I like providing that as a free service because it just increases the health of our
Yes.
urban forests by having more people trained.
Yeah, love it.
Education.
Yeah, education. That's what we're focused on. All right, moving on to shade keeper training. Susan, you're up.
Well, we always had shade keeper, which is shade maker training in Grand Prairie, but we lost the coordinator, Keep Grand Prairie beautiful coordinator. She's now in Fort Worth as the Keep Fort Worth. They don't call them coordinators anymore. They're like educator or something. And so I'm not sure if anybody has taken her position, but they wanted to continue the program if possible. So,
okay.
But we're ready to take the training anywhere.
Yeah.
That's all I have, sir.
Okay. I'm going to skip over electrical hazard training because we already talked about that.
No,
in new
Miss
business.
Ann is here.
Oh yeah, she's here now. Okay, sorry, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss.
You're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Miss Ann, we have, we're going to approach Encore about doing, and we did approach them at our bilingual training to do an 8-hour electrical hazard training.
Woohoo!
That training is limited to 30 or 40 people. And because of that limited number, we were wondering if you would be willing to host that in University Park.
Absolutely. Did you say a date? Do you have a date yet?
No, ma'am, we have not.
November-ish,
It was
Okay.
November.
before Thanksgiving.
And
I think we picked the 12th or the 19th. Those are the two dates that we put down.
So we're going to
what day is Arbor Day?
First Friday in November, and I don't know.
Okay.
Or
Just making sure it does. We do something, so I just didn't want it to conflict. Okay, that Arbor Day is the 6th. So you said what days possibly?
The 12th and the 19th.
12th or 19th? 12th or 19th, right?
Or
Yes, we will definitely host Who's the audience?
Arborists that work around electrical.
Okay.
That's just about everybody.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It was really well received at the bilingual training. The audience really wanted more.
Yeah. Yes, because everyone's rolling up on some kind of tree work and there's lines there and they don't know what to do.
Yes.
And it's confusing. So yeah, I think an encore, I think the budget they have for outreach and education is probably fairly large. So I'm sure it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah. So we're excited. We just wanted to make sure you were on board.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Any more questions on electrical hazard training that I was trying to skip? Sorry.
No, we've
Okay.
already discussed many times.
All right. Let's move on to saluting branches.
Well,
We're looking for a site, right? We
yes.
have a due date to put in a location, right? We gotta give them something by summer.
Well, by now.
By
we're gonna
now.
do an alternate site. I haven't talked to anybody in Dallas. What's his name?
Pete or Carlos. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just call him.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll call him. I have his number. Anyway, we really wanted to get into the Veterans Hospital, which was adjacent to the park that we worked in. That parking lot has so many trees that need work, it wasn't even funny. So we wouldn't even have to be up around the building. But that's going to involve a call to saluting, and I'll talk to Carlos first and find out what's going on.
Okay.
And everybody looks at you because you work for Dallas. I know the feeling.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much.
So, saluting branches is September 16th, and we know that we'll be at DFW because of Rainbow's involvement through Jim Casey. And so there was a gentleman with a Fort Worth Tree Service, I believe is the name. His name was Mickey or Mike. And I have his number and I will call him, but he was going to be the coordinator for that site. And that would be more rainbow type application stuff. Whereas when we go to Dallas, it's slash and burn.
Yeah.
You have to whack and hack. So unless we can go to the hospital, that would need expertise and equipment. So
Yeah, if we went to the hospital, how would we do the work?
well,
Like, I feel like we would need how's
Well-
that insured? Who's doing the labor? We need.
that's what you
It's
have
more
to do with the
complicated.
site
That's why we've
coordination.
always done it in the
That's
city
what
of
Car-
Dallas.
That's what
Yeah.
Carlos does, you know. And you have to have, that's why you list the equipment, you go out and you look at the trees that are out there, and then you disseminate people when they come in according to the load. But those trees are all accessible. They're in the parking lot. It's not,
Okay.
because I'd spent 2 hours over there before anybody got there. Because I pulled up to a park, there's not even a parking lot. You have to park on the street. And there was a pavilion, and I'm like, there's 4 little trees here.
Mhm.
We ended up cleaning a fence line. We had more people than we had trees.
Okay.
So we have to expand. Or go back, we can always go back to like Boulevard. All that privet needs to be cleaned. There's still work that can be done at Boulevard. I don't know about Butler Nelson. Probably nothing there. We'll clean it out. But saluting branches, we're still working on sites.
I mean, there's no harm in us just going to the National Cemetery and volunteering there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I would go there if we can't find a location. So we got something to fall back on,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
All right, moving on to EAB and additional assistance in urban forestry for the city of Dallas. I got Blake Wood and Preston Williams.
Well, we're not asking for any help right now. Just for an update, I mean, it's pretty widespread at this point. We'll be getting our traps out just to kind of track the spread, primarily through the forest in South Dallas. But it's all the way up in the northern reaches of the city limits as well. And then we do have a bunch of bait left over that does eventually expire. It's in the freezer though. So I was thinking about just tacking the baits to the trees that we have treated just to attract EAB to them so they can eat the poison. I was gonna talk with Alan about that, see what he thinks.
Talk to who?
Alan?
Alan?
Yeah, just see what, because I've got several bags of the bait that we're not going to need. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, just setting up kind of trap trees that are already treated. So
That's I mean, what kind of damage is done for them to? None, I guess.
yeah, I mean, if the EAB is there, it's there.
And they eat the bait before.
Well, the bait just kind of releases the
Trying to
volatile
draw,
chemicals.
trying to draw
Yeah,
more
attract them.
in.
Yeah, so I'm just attracting them to a poisonous tree. Basically.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's a kind
Has
of a
it ever
traditional.
been done?
Yeah, it's a traditional forestry kind of swelling the spread technique where they'll girdle a tree to kill it and then we'll treat it first and then girdle it and it attracts the pests.
Huh.
Slow
It's a
death.
treatment method.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But yeah,
interesting.
you sacrifice a few trees to kind of slow the spread.
Okay. As far as City of Plano goes, Mike and I did a video yesterday with Plano TV to discuss how Texas A&M plays a role in EAB and what we're doing in the City of Plano, and how we're managing EAB in Plano. We did identify a tree that looked like it had a bunch of D-shaped holes, and haven't confirmed it yet. But I'm working with the Texas A&M Forest Service. Mike, do you want to update on how your role has changed in EAB?
Yeah. So, I'm not putting out any traps myself this year. Folks that this program falls under, they're doing that heavy lifting, and but I wanted to mention, and especially to Steve, that I haven't been to those meetings with DUFAC, but Steve, I've talked to the folks here. Summer 2027, I'm going to be kind of backing away from the urban forestry part of my job, and Hector is it took over for Courtney over in Fort Worth, but we're going to be here in Dallas with a forest inventory and analysis crew that does this every day, and we're sampling the forest in Dallas. I don't know if that's the county or the city or what the borders are, but we're building up. We're trying to collect data so that we can update what we have and fill in the gaps, because all of our apps and stuff that use this data, they need more and updated data to take care of those programs, those computer programs, and just have it for the public. So that's called Forest Inventory Analysis, FIA for short, and Urban FIA actually. So, okay, so Steve, you may want to mention that to DUFAC people.
Yeah, I'll mention it to them. It has also brings up a question about the tree trails. Are you guys still going to be involved in it?
Well, yeah, we always have been.
What do you mean, you guys? Who are you talking about? The Forest Service, or are you talking about TBUFC?
Well, I'm talking about you and Hector primarily. I haven't met with Hector yet.
Probably. I mean, no. That's been, if volunteers want to come out from TBUFC and help out with the trees and stuff, yeah. But I mean, and And I like to hear about what's going on so that if I can break away and do it, I will. And Hector's the same way. But that's not, like I said before, it's not been our priority. We have our own big tree registry that we maintain in College Station.
Okay, well, I'll let UFAC know. I know Preston tries to attend the meeting sometimes too, so I'll let him know of the change.
Okay.
All right. Anything else on EAB? No, moving on. Web update. Mike, you're up.
All right. Hello, everyone. Just a couple of things that I wanted to kind of share. First, we had a very successful integration with our new financial system called Zeffy.com, which is allowing us to do as a third party vendor that helps us with our payment solutions. And what's great about it is that there's no transaction fees. It's completely optional for as far as being able to make donations toward the platform, but is definitely a game changer for nonprofits, including ones like us. And we pretty much moved everything over to that service to allow us to do our raffles during the workshops as well as memberships. And it also, and we'll lead to my next thing here in just a minute, also our communications as well, which will be really a game changer for us. It's something that we really haven't had before. We have MailChimp that we do our newsletters, which will lead to having us go migrating by the end of the year. I will be moving our newsletters over to Zeffy.com for us to be, for when we have folks that register through our site, which Zeffy does keep our records and everything as well. We'll be able to send out mass communications to everyone through that. So it's a pretty exciting time for us, and still learning a lot about the whole platform. But from everything that I've been able to discover that they're able to do, I'm pretty excited about all of the extended capabilities that we'll be able to work with our website as well as during our in-person workshops too. So pretty exciting stuff. So that's been a pretty neat update for us on the website end. Also, as usual, and ongoing website updates and security stuff continue to keep our site all secured, as well as very efficient when it comes to keeping everything moving fast. So that's been also really well. A lot of our information that we learned from before our bilingual workshop, a lot of our upcoming dates for the events for next year's bilingual, as well as our Urban Forestry Institute. Those posts have now been added to the website. When more information does come about for more detailed information, we will add that on there for everybody to reference. So that's been good. But then again, the final thing was that newsletter, though. I wanted to make sure that over the course of the rest of this year, I'll be working on getting our contacts from MailChimp over to our new Zeffy.com account. And we'll begin starting maybe even sooner if I'm able to get it all done. But I will be able to do the integration of our newsletters, and also we'll be able to do information to our vendors, any list that we want to. We can be able to create something that we'll send out to all of our contacts across the platform. So really, again, a real game changer. I'm real excited about, I think, the future of our events, as well as being able to do memberships, and you can even sell tickets on there as well if we wanted to. So we have a lot of capabilities that have been added for us to be able to provide a great experience. But overall, that's been what I've been working on. It's been keeping me plenty busy. And again, as always, if there's any feedback that y'all have for the site or anything that we're trying to do, always, you could definitely, again, send it to me at support@tbufc.org. And I will be happy to get information up. Any new stories that y'all have, I will be happy to get those up as well. But that's really all I've got. Again, it's great being here and great to see everyone. And again, just let me know how I can help. Mark.
Thank you, Michael. And we had discussed earlier, Zeffy does not charge any money for us to use their software. Up on the next agenda, I think next month, we'll probably vote on donating 2% of our raffle income and donate that to Zeffy. So look for that on the next meeting.
Because they're a nonprofit too.
Yeah, they're a nonprofit too, and they're helping us, so we'd like to get back to them. I think 2% is, it's not that much money, but It's at least giving
less
back.
than the credit card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Less than the credit card.
Yeah,
So.
true.
All right, on to social media. Mary is Mary here? I don't think Mary's
I don't
here.
believe so. She's not able to make it today.
If you have anything going on in your city, or you see a cool post or whatever it is, email it to Mary. It could just be something you see on LinkedIn, it could be something you see on Facebook or YouTube, any kind of cool videos we'd like to share. So send those to Mary, please. It says MFI committee.
It's actually, I'm sorry, it
It
should be UFI.
right?
UFI,
It's
yeah.
okay. So that's going to be on May 5th in the city of Dallas, and then May 7th in San Antonio. Susan, we have that up on our website, up on the Texas ISA website.
Yes, it's up. Registration has been up for 2 weeks.
We got in there early, guys. Finally.
Yeah.
2 months out. I don't call it very early.
Well,
but
better
It's
than
better than 2 weeks.
better than 2
Yeah.
weeks.
but we have some great speakers, Chris Rasmussen and Ron Zilmer with Legacy Trees, and
Mark Godwin.
huh?
I'm speaking.
And
How about
what
me?
was your name? Mark Bowden. And so Ron just received his patent on his tree planting machine. He grows trees in these squares, about a foot or two deep, has webbing around the edge. He's developed a whole system that this plate attaches to like a forklift, and it goes under the ball and picks it up and puts it into a planting area. And he's just developed a new planter that excavates the area, breaks up the bottom layer, and you bring the tree in and set it up. So it's a whole system that he's developed that is just patented. And so we'll be touching on, once again, prescriptive pruning and planting. And Ron is traveling in with a van full of roots that he carries with him to display and talk about root systems on trees. And so we're going to cover trees from the roots up. It's a half day inside, but more importantly, we're going to spend a half day outside, hands on.
And so please spread the news about this event to everybody. If you know businesses or sponsors that would like to participate, Mike has set up a sponsor page. So it's very easy to get sponsors to sign up to attend the events. I know that Plano Power is going to be out there for sure. They've been sponsoring us every year. They're donating items from their store instead of paying the sponsorship fee. So we've got a good deal with them. But please spread the word. I think what's the limit on Texas A&M? It's like 130
$250.
at the site at the water building.
It's about $250.
No, it's less than that. I think it's like 150 max.
Okay.
130. So, anyways, just spread the word and let people know they can get CUs at this event. We're really excited about it. We got some really good speakers. All right, Speakers Bureau, Susan.
We just need videos and articles for the web. If you have anything, send it and we'll disseminate it.
Okay. Steve, you're up on the Texas Tree Trails update.
Okay, I was going to mention how much I appreciate all your hard work. You guys are really doing great. One note about the Encore training. When I was early on in my climbing life, Encore did what was called the arcing demonstration.
Yeah, that's what we're
I would encourage you to include that because it really speaks volumes to young climbers.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what it
That's
is.
what this is all about. That's what
Yeah,
the arcing demo.
it can save a life or severe injury, so it's important. As far as UFAC, I was going to mention that we have a new chair, Dr. Katie Kosick. She's been a long-time member, but she's now the chair, and they've been doing a lot of good things. I didn't know how much of that you guys even want to or need to know about. I know Preston is aware of some of them, but the city is doing a hard look at a lot of their zoning. May open up the tree ordinance, the landscape ordinance. We're pushing for the escarpment ordinance to be rebuilt and redone because it's ineffective. And so anyway, I could go through a list, but they're doing some great work. And any of the UFAC members that want to sit in on those meetings, you're welcome to. As far as the tree trails, Mark had sent along an arborist from Bartlett a couple of months ago, and I forwarded his information over to Courtney because he was wanting to measure trees in Fort Worth. And I passed him along to Courtney and didn't hear anything back. I think Amy had also offered to help measure trees out there. So I was going to try to hook up with Hector, which I haven't done yet, to find out what he knows about the trail, how much he's going to be involved, because usually the Forest Service is kind of an overview from them on the champion list. So just kind of keeping them involved. So I don't know, Mike, what you have to say about that.
It's not my primary commitment, Steve. Never has been.
Okay, well, the question is, should I be working with these people to send them out to remeasure these trees? They were supposed to be remeasured, as you know, every 10 years. We've completed about all the Dallas area, and there's still quite a few of them that are out in Fort Worth. There are a bunch of them still that are out in Fort Worth that nobody's touched. So maybe I'll go back and try to catch up with the guy again and hook him up and get with Amy and look at what's out there in Fort Worth that needs to be remeasured then.
Sounds good.
Okay, that's easy, I guess. So that's kind of the update. I had a meeting, Zoom meeting set up with the Paravita folks a couple of weeks ago. They had to cancel for one reason or another. I know they're coming along. They're doing it as volunteers, but it is a lot of information and a lot of trees. It's over 400 trees and many photographs on a lot of them. So it's taken a lot to put it together, but we hope we're going to get there fairly soon and be ready to launch the new site, hopefully in the near future. So that's the bottom line anyway.
Well, thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Let us know how TBUFC can help support you, okay?
Okay, well, Amy, I'll get back with you, maybe in the next couple of weeks, as well as that other arborist from Bartlett, and try to look for trees out there, and we can talk about that a little further.
Yeah, for sure. We love doing it.
That's a lot of fun. I love doing it too. So I'll get back to you, but the priority has been trying to get the website back up, and I'm still trying to recover from all the stuff we lost from Doug, trying to recreate files. I've recreated all the entire champion tree files. So, I've done a lot of work on all that, and I think we're ready to go. Then it becomes a question of how best to manage it in the future. And it can be, with a lesser role from the Forest Service, as long as we're authorized to recognize champion trees as a group, then, that's primarily, I guess, what we need. It's traditionally, as you know, a partnership. So we'd like to be working closely with Trinity Blacklands and Cross Timbers, Forest Service, and of course the Historic Tree Coalition. So I think we can pull it back together. It's a worthwhile project. It serves a lot of benefits that, boy, don't get me on my soapbox there, but I can send you guys, because we wrote up a long time ago all the many benefits of the tree trails, and I came across it. If you're interested, I'll send it over to you guys.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, do that. Please do.
Yeah, it kind of inspired me and reminded me, oh yeah, that's why this is so important. So there's a lot of good reasons to do it.
Thank you, Steve. Hey, have you been to Bob Woodruff South to see the sign?
I have not. I've seen pictures of it. I haven't been out there myself. I certainly want to. And, I'll always miss that tree. I even think of that tree from time to time still.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Hey, y'all. Steve, I think City of University Park might have a champion tree, or to me, it seems like a champion tree. I don't know what makes one
You can go
get that
to Texas,
designation.
go to texastreetrails.org. The software is very old, but it gives you an awful lot of information about, what is the current champion, how to measure a champion officially, things of that nature. And that was the other thing that we used the Forest Service for, because the volunteers would, a lot of times, people in the field would turn in these submission forms saying it's a champion tree. Well, we've got to send somebody out there with knowledge to make sure it was measured correctly.
And
And
there was
what's
one
what's
Peru.
the measurement, like the dBA? What are you measuring?
That's the diameter of the trunk, the height, and the spread. And it's put through a formula that's on the website, and it gives you a point total. And the point totals are what make it a champion or near champion, or that we started the extra category years ago that was the wannabe champions that are
Oh,
really
I love it.
close. So if the
Yeah.
champion dies, then this one moves up, then hey,
Right.
champion. So
Yeah.
that's one of the cool things about it.
Okay, cool. I love it. All right.
And there was a cedar on Caruth and Turtle Creek that was one, but it was killed from construction.
Sure.
And then
Oh, yeah. I mean, construction central over here.
oh yeah, and then there's another one that's on Bryn Mawr that hasn't been touched yet. The owner's name is Paige Fink.
Do you
And
know what
her backyard, and she's
the address is, or the cross street?
not for the Bryn Mawr. I can find it, but she's actively trying to get it saved, like before selling it.
Oh, she needs to call me.
Okay,
See what we can do. Give her
she'll
my
be super stoked.
info. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I mean, no promises, but we'll try.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
Well, champion status doesn't save the tree, but it can certainly put a lot of weight on somebody who wants to cut it down.
Amen.
That's one of the benefits.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Moving on to the Texas Urban Forestry Council. I don't have any updates. We did meet in last December. We'll be meeting this summer, and I'll keep you posted on that. Our next meeting is April 23rd, 2026 via Zoom. And we'll take the last few minutes. Does anyone have anything to share with the group that they want to share? Anything cool, important, fun?
Well, I have something. What I have is an idea. I've done zero work towards it. I did speak to Greg. No. Sorry, I just totally blanked out on his name.
Greg.
Shit. He is president. Is that right? He's over the Texas Forest Service. Greg. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Menopause is a doozy and my brain doesn't work anymore. Gene, I talked to Gene at the Urban Forestry Conference because selfishly, I would like to get my certification as a municipal arborist. I don't think it's called a municipal arborist anymore. I think it's been
urban,
renamed. What did you say? What is it?
urban forest professional.
Yes. And I've not been able to find any courses that you can take to help prepare you for this exam. And if there could be something done locally, I think we could get some folks to attend. And
She reached out to me. They're going to do virtual study sessions.
Who is this?
She works with Gene with ISA.
Megan,
Oh, great. So they're working on it?
Yeah. And yeah, because
Sweet.
we can actually help with that because they were asking they're going to do, I think they're going to do several like online kind of lunch webinars, and each one will just focus on a single chapter, and they'll have a few certified people to speak to it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I love it. Man, he acted fast.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I guess when that they start to get some dates on the calendar, we'll know about it, right?
Yeah, I'll follow up with her because
we just happen to have an end to that.
yeah, I talked with her in passing about because she helped me organize our certified arborist training.
Okay. Great.
Great.
Great. Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right.
Megan is Jean's assistant.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone else have anything else to share?
I would just like to thank everybody for doing so much work on it. And
Yeah.
doing so much good.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody involved.
Yes. It
This
takes all
is-
of us to make it work.
It takes all of us to make it work, and everyone's chipping in, and
And even
you
all
know,
these
we've come a
people
long
here.
way in the last 3-4 years. Doing a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here today too, with Steve and Ann and Greg.
Yeah. Thanks for setting this all up. Y'all are awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. If that's
I
no one
guess
else has
that's
anything
it.
to add, I motion to end this meeting.
I'm motion we adjourn, Mr. President.
I second.
We got a second. Meeting adjourned.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Right.
Thank you guys.